Yeah, while I'm busy doing a lot of other things like uploading another reaction video and checking Instagrams, um, I'm gonna react to a new CinemaWins video. Finally, it's been a while since I've seen one. I think the last one was WandaVision, or no, it was Ryan the Last Dragon. That I remember vividly. Was Ryan the Last Dragon, and then there was now the Invincible video, and apparently, CinemaWins had a teaser frame for the Tomorrow War because he said White Spikes. I was like, wait, what? And I saw it in the middle of it. He's like, yeah, that's the Tomorrow War. And one thing I will just get into this very quickly and say that I liked it. I surprisingly enjoyed this better than I was expecting. You know, I thought it was pretty good for what it was. I think I don't know. I mean, I just thought it was good. I thought it was actually pretty damn good. Especially for like the thing with Paramount doing this thing where it's like they have this weird deal with Prime now, where it's like they're gonna put some of the not all the movies. They just gave away some of the movies to put on Prime, like Coming to America and Without Remorse. Those failed miserably. This one, in many ways, weirdly succeeded, and I liked everything. I thought the action was good. I thought the direction they went was really good as well. The performance of Chris Pratt was really good in the movie. The only complaint I really did have about this movie was that it was a little too long. Like it's like 2 hours and 20 minutes long, and I'm thinking the movie should have ended at a certain point, but it's like they had to go longer. But overall, I did actually enjoy this film. You know, so let's check out everything great about the Tomorrow War, and it's 20 minutes long. So I'm interested in seeing this. Oops.
So this seems like a brutal opening, but I get PG-13 feels like the carnage will be off screen. I wonder if I'm wrong. Sometimes in medias res really works to hook you. I'm 100%.
Medias res, what? Um, Beginning your movie during the middle of it, I think is how it's referred to. Like Mission Impossible 3 is a good case of that because in Mission Impossible 3, we're just in this scene, and all we know is that Ethan is tied up. Tom Cruise, Ethan is like cuffed to a chair, and Philip Seymour Hoffman is like, "We just put an explosive charge in your head." Does that sound familiar? And he cocks the gun. Like, man, I love that movie. I love Mission Impossible 3. It's really often, I know people like the first movie when they talk about the original trilogy, but I think the third movie was just far more better than the because at least the third movie didn't take a character from the show and turned it into a villain. Looking at you, Brian De Palma. Don't get me wrong, I love Brian De Palma's films though, but yeah. I like it's like, we just in the middle is like what's happening and we flash back. I kind of like that.
I have a mission. Get those to the kitchen.
Yes, sir.
Mirroring future soldier shadowing.
The extreme heat of our host city makes playing in the summertime all but impossible.
So the 2022 World Cup will be in Qatar, and because of that, actually is set to take place in the winter rather than the usual June-July timeline. Thus,
Oh yeah, I forgot. No, wait. It begins in Christmas. Most takes place during winter. Now I'm noticing more things I did not expect to notice. Like guitar. See, movie 2022 Qatar. Uh, I remember. I think it was. All right. I gotta try the microphone. Movie that predicts the 2022 World Cup.
According to the Peninsula Qatar, Doha, Amazon Prime's latest sci-fi thriller original, The Tomorrow War, features scenes of the much-awaited FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022.
No, it wasn't that. I think it was in Children of Men. I think it was a Children of Men. Children of Men World Cup reference. I wonder. All right, so yeah, because I remember there's a reference to it. Because of course, Children of Men is in the near future. I wonder where it was. Uh, Sorry, I've delayed the video too long now. Mm, yeah, I really don't know because I did not know about the Qatar World Cup anyway, so forgot about that whole thing. I haven't been up to date with sports ever since the pandemic started.
Christmas party. So, real world shout out to the obvious but uncredited cameo of this whole film, climate change.
And I'm gonna eat all of your tuna, Santa.
Some people should take notes. You call it.
I want to be the best.
You gotta say to yourself, I will do what nobody else is willing to do.
I mean, you probably get his point that you've got to stand out from the crowd, but yikes. There are a million ways your kid could take that lesson the wrong way, and it's a glimpse into a way of thinking that may foreshadow him leaving.
I am meant to do something special with my life.
You know, because of that. Also this. Super smart of the future soldiers to wait for a breakaway in the World Cup final to show up since they knew everybody would be paying attention. Although imagine making it through the last couple years to play in the World Cup finals and this group of jabronis shows up and wrecks your dreams. Can we say jabronis? I think it's okay. Better just play it safe for now. A large group of heavily armed people just appeared from a purple space cloud, but please, take your time exiting the pitch.
This is a joke.
In the culture we live in of flash mobs, viral marketing, and stunts, the whole thing would be very hard to take seriously.
Class, what does Martin want to talk about?
What? Do these jabronis really not like volcanoes? Volcanoes are fascinating. And where did we land on the jabronis thing? Should I stop saying it? I should probably stop saying it.
We lose. Period. The aliens kill us all.
I know it seems pretty bad. If there's one thing that the world needs right now, it's scientists. We cannot stop innovating. That's how you solve a problem. Science is important.
Chris Pratt is what makes this scene work. What could feel like a leftovers moment full of nihilism and hopelessness becomes more setup to help this action sci-fi ground its world. The TV in the back screaming about climate change helps as well.
James Daniel Forrester Jr.
You go by James or Jim?
I go by Dan, middle name.
Oof, deadbeat dad burn.
Who's just testing?
What is this test? What are you testing?
It is technically a test, since the test is to see if he dies before the war. Chris Pratt's workout routine.
Was it a driving test?
Haha, don't worry, you won't have to fake laugh for very long. Richard is coming. And frame by frame of the test, we see divorce papers and court documents accusing Dan of domestic violence.
I never noticed that before. There's
Coming. And frame by
I won't say this movie's perfect, but there's like, all right. So
By frame of the test, we see divorce papers and court documents accusing Dan of domestic violence. So if you were a nerd like me, you could have spoiled the halfway point twist.
It says that I die in 7 years.
Being told in a hasty manner exactly when you're going to die probably takes the Danny's mind blower's cake.
October 13th, 2030. You'll be pronounced dead.
And the way they deliver it so matter of fact, almost like you have to turn your emotions off to do this. Talk about a soul-sucking job. Nope, no to all this. I mean, sick device, but I do not condone future forced alien war draft tech. He's right there. Why won't anyone stop him? A little bit of therapy, and right back into the horror of it all.
the Lorne Balfe score that just kind of sells it there. I love Lorne Balfe's score on this one.
Constant pulsing score that really emphasizes the dread of a loved one being drafted.
30% of draftees return.
So the last time the U.S. had a draft was Vietnam, and the survival rate of U.S. soldiers was about 90%, and the PTSD from that war is like the benchmark in all movies, so I'm thinking the Tomorrow War is pretty brutal so far.
Must have been that metrosexual scruffle you got there. Let me grow up.
Hold on, I gotta do something very quick here. I promise I'll stop pausing the video constantly. Yeah, I just now realized something weird now on my calendar. It's yeah, I had to actually turn on the TV for my mom so she could listen to the news. Life is hard, but hey. I'm glad I'll be taking a hiatus from like reaction videos one day. All right, let's go back. Also, J.K. Simmons' beard. And J.K. Simmons is always the win. Yeah,
Beard or don't.
And even though that's nonsense, all beards are valid, it doesn't take away from his beautiful beard. J.K. Simmons' workout routine. I know he's still wearing a shirt, but look at him.
Could use help.
burying your wife.
Okay, this is getting real. Solid piece of advice here. Go to the funerals and weddings of people you know you can never take back not going.
You don't get a second chance.
I know, he splashed some whiskey on you, but you could just take the help, Dan. Men will literally get sent to Future War instead of going to therapy. Hey, Chris. I like your match cut.
7 days, I'll survive. Pretty tough guy.
You're tough, the man who cries through every cold.
Yeah, crying does make you tough. FYI, not crying actually makes you weak. All that pent-up sadness. Let it out, man.
So listen, Chick B.
Food nicknames for your kid are always adorable. Been trying a few for Margot. So far, Peanut, Ding
So his daughter's name is Margot. Huh. Congratulations, man. That's a great name.
Dong, and Cape Cod potato chips have been nixed, by the way, but we'll find one. Really sells the whole, this is so bad we're just throwing meat bags at the problem to have everyone looking so out of place and unprepared.
Yoga pants fails, cargo shorts.
I feel like she's being extra mean about the shorts and yoga pants because she knows fashion from 30 years in the future, which is just military chic, apparently. You better leave Charlie alone.
My man over there is wearing a chef's hat.
Speaking of which, Richard Splett goes to war. Here for it. The chef's hat joke was my first actual out-loud laugh in the movie. Sam Richardson just makes everything better.
You look like a murderer. No offense. Well, I mean, you do.
And it's gonna be hard not to just soak in every one of Charlie's lines, but for a film with a pretty bleak first 30 minutes, I'll allow it.
I missed all of that.
And Dorian showing genuine concern because watching unprepared draftees die probably gets to you over time.
My imagine set to avoid some sort of paradox. Dan and Gordon, I think we're gonna be best friends.
Man, I hope so. The best kind of exposition dump is when you don't even notice it's happening. Honestly, who wouldn't want to fight aliens with these two?
It's like a river. The jump link placed 2 rafts on that river. Now we can jump back and forth between them, but both rafts will always keep moving forward.
Solid way of avoiding a lot of time travel trope problems. Only go in one direction, just hopping back and forth.
If we weren't in an extinction level event, we'd still be jumping lab rats.
And that explains all this.
All this stuff, you couldn't put one thing of floss in here?
Caring about your oral hygiene. As my dentist always says, only floss the ones you want to keep. 8 years ago was the last time I heard him say that, but you know.
She got sent out in the first wave.
Chris Pratt, you better keep Charlie safe. I swear. Do not let anything happen to this humorous and gentle man.
What's going on? I thought we had 7 days.
The world doesn't end on a schedule.
We're not ready for a kind of deployment.
The research facility is under attack. It's the last lab left studying the white spice. If it's lost, the war is lost.
A genuinely terrifying moment and premise that illustrates how royally screwed humanity is. Here's the plan. Beach home for the sharks and hope they go away. Actually, I think that was exactly one of Zap Brannigan's plans.
Flint will drop you 5 to 10 feet above the ground.
Which is probably so they don't materialize in the ground. It's a smart move. It's up to you if you want to picture the Next Gen reference or the Fringe reference. They're both good. Also, it's true. These guys are just way better at landing.
That should be fun.
It won't be.
Take that. Let's go around like that.
Good start to protecting that beautiful boy.
How are you so calm?
Long story.
Yeah, ex-military?
Yeah. Kind of a short story, I guess.
And I love that they truly seem to be becoming friends. There's a give and take. A worse movie would just have Sam Richardson's character annoyingly glomming on to Pratt just because he's so muscly and handsome and funny.
So many characters, or they're just for the comic relief. The best thing about Sam Richardson's character is he is kind of the comic relief character, but he is the right amount of comic relief that I thought was going to get annoying, but was like, wow, I actually like this character. Someone help.
Talented and smart and thoughtful and chiseled but like in an attainable way with those eyes. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, friendship. Friendship is cool. This version of time travel looks dope! And they give us some of the opening footage mixed with the new, more detailed footage. And it completely changes the tone and is way more horrifying even if Dan is cool as a cucumber. If you haven't been on board yet for this movie, this shot right here should do it. I mean, come on, ragtag group of untrained...
Yeah, Larry Fong, the cinematographer on this, is actually such a great DP. Like, I mean, from like Lost, 300, Watchmen, Sucker Punch, Super 8, all those movies. Even Kong Skull Island.
Individuals going against the odds in a dystopian alien nightmare city? Are you not entertained?
Welcome to Miami. Miss glad Will Smith isn't alive to see this.
Okay, real question. Does Charlie mean that Will Smith is most likely dead in the 2050s, or does he mean that in this reality, Will Smith has died by 2023? Like, was he in one of the first waves? I want to know what other celebrities got drafted. Like, is Jennifer Connelly okay? You know, I mean, what if you get drafted and next to you in line is, like, Chance the Rapper and you're all, what? And he's like, I know, right?
I'm Dan Forrester.
Dan Forrester.
Facial twitch that says, oh, that's my dad who's been dead for 30 years and I'm still sort of mad at him, but I do want to save the team of researchers, so I guess I'm glad he's alive.
What's your name?
Nora.
Nora?
John Strahovski is also really great in this. Also, talented actress and very, very beautiful woman.
What's your name?
Nora. Robert Collins.
What? Chloe O'Brien and Randy Monahan? This war's gonna be tight. I love how they keep withholding the creature reveal. We hear about them, we hear them, which is a lot. We sort of see them in reflections, we know they have raptor claws, are big and white, but we still, like most of the draftees, have no idea what we're getting into. I mean, white spikes, so probably safe to assume they're not big on cuddling.
Guys, situational awareness. Eyes up, down, all around.
Situational awareness lessons.
We're Team Naki.
Solid team name. The horror vibes from this entire build-up. No score, white spikes still hidden, blending into the roofline with rebar, KIA everywhere, blood and spikes on all the walls. I'd be ready to go home. I kind of like...
Right there. This was a fun reference. A reference that like the original Predator movie. That's what I think the reference is, with the... Every time... And I'm talking about the original one. Although it's irony that Larry Fong was also the DP on that. Man, that movie could have been so good and it ended up sucking. Proof of please do not ever let Shane Black direct franchise movies again. But still, I love this reference to Predator.
Like that we never really find out what's... Like, are they saving them for later?
These bombs are gonna drop in 6 minutes and there's nothing I can do about it. You need to move fast. Let's go!
Oh man, when the score really kicks in here, it is killer. Perfectly matching the tone shift of the scene. Tense with horror on the edge, but action roots. Love that Dan puts the ampules in Charlie's bag. He could have trusted Dorian, the hardened warrior, with them, but he knows Charlie is too funny to die. See, Bjorn Lurpus here is just the right amount of funny to die.
We do not want the front door.
Goodness, this shot. The pacing, the lighting, the framing. Yikes, that tail tentacle thing is gnarly, the way it opens up, and holy crap, that's what they look like? Can I even show this? Is this just by itself gonna get me demonetized? Is that a hand? Was he already eating somebody? The velocity behind those spikes. Good luck sleeping tonight, me. I can't remember the last time a scene was...
That was so funny, him just repeatedly saying, oh shit. That was funny. Like, I mean, if I was in this situation, I'd be like, oh shit, hey, girl, help me.
It was so funny, so terrifying, and so exactly what I was also thinking in the moment. It's maybe 15 seconds long, and somehow I feel like he should win an award for it. Oh wait, he can. Sam Richardson is always a win. Rule of cool? Ooh, some John Wick speed weapon changes going on. Ooh, and that Sam Raimi Evil Dead-ish pan to the axe ups the horror movie feels. Expectation subversion with the overhead axe swing and a miss, turning into one of the cooler yet grosser moments. Would make Simon Skinner blush. Something about Dorian's Beretta 1301 that just makes him cooler. Like, I bet he was a shotgun master in OG Halo, and that's why he uses it here. Speaking of which, there's a B story in here about Dan's stack of cash and $1,600 Kimber. Don't know what it is. Would like to.
Stay away from areas with red smoke.
Charlie's face. Turns out they're even scarier when they run, and apparently they can knock over Humvees, which is arguably pretty strong. Also, I love how these very clearly melee fighting designed monsters who know how to take cover from gunfire also have long-range weapons because they weren't scary enough.
We got this! Yo!
You know I'm a sucker for self-sacrifice, but with this score and her genuine zeal, I'm feeling it. Double self-sacrifice. All right, one day down. No sweat.
You mind Miri Forrester?
I'm Miri Forrester.
Ooh, the way she subtly corrects the my in his line.
I didn't know if you were alive.
Don't.
Is it a Paradox thing? Is it a Gilead thing? No, it's a crappy dad thing. Who doesn't love a get-to-the-chopper moment with this score picking back up?
Yeah, last time I saw you was the day that you died.
White spikes are scary, but the psychological implications from hearing about your future death from your adult daughter... Whew, white spikes have scary teeth.
I think...
What do you think? I love that snap pull-out. What a shot. Not to mention the glow of her eyes and the silence before she jumps out. Blessed day, Serena! Superhero landing. Badass good guy trying to save his mom. Wait, no, daughter. But seriously, that parental protection urge. Honestly, you come from my kids and you're going to see a whole different league. CinemaWins, more like cinema. He's going to punch you in your stupid face, you Jerk nailed it. Kudos to making white spikes not just scary, but also super, super gross. Oh, what? They can fly? Why didn't anyone... Oh, wow. That is dedication. But man, this is what you want in these types of movies. Full tilt chaos. Someone was having fun in the Foley studio. You know, I got some first-person shooter feels in the stairwell scene, but now with Miri on the 50 BMG as the Humvee is escaping, that clinches it. This is just a game I want to play.
I was there when everyone rushed in and they pushed me away. And I watched them shock you.
Says a lot that Miri stares down a boss-level white spike without blinking, kicks it in the face. But talking to her dad about his abandonment brings her to pieces.
I wanted you to hear me. I wanted you to fix it. And then you were gone.
I want to hate you, Serena, but holy crap does Yvonne Strahovski have some acting chops. See what I'm saying about a video game? Here's Mother Base. Come on.
She stinks.
Amazing how I don't need to be there to understand that that's the case.
You sure it's safe to be that close?
No.
Honesty.
Toxin still affects them, but for some reason her body is much better at detoxifying it.
Figure it out, Hannah McKay. I thought this was your thing. Father and daughter doing science together, saving the world and rebuilding their relationship.
If this toxin works, I need you to take it back.
No pressure, Danny. Just the fate of all humanity on your shoulders and try not to disappoint your estranged future daughter while you're at it. Love the implication that the Queen is smart enough to understand what's going on. If there was ever a time to call on the boys, it's now. I do not get tired of a mindless attacking horde shot. There are several great ideas for movies within this movie, but father-future-daughter assassin team? Sold. I really hate it, but also kind of love it when they talk to each other. Also, teamwork and Miri with her own pretty quick weapon change. Dan just does not leave people behind when they fall from a higher platform. It's not his thing. Plus, to be fair, I think Andy owed Bjorn.
All out, sir.
Then mints, I guess.
Don't have those either, sir.
Do you have anything?
Out of everything, sir.
Oof, that smile. That smile will crush you. Man. You may think that's the dumbest thing you've ever seen a human do, and I don't even really disagree, but I can 100% guarantee I do the exact same thing. Extremely relatable. But also, this shot. This shot. Miri falling, Dan diving face first, the hands reaching out, the writhing masses of white spikes. It's just so epic. The color and tone of the present is such a genius and jarring shift from the everything's on fire future coloring. It's like they were suddenly dropped into Office Space, but silent and with limbs missing.
I hate it.
Seeing our main comic foil this traumatized when he was just cracking jokes is pretty unsettling. Yeah, that'd make my inside slip into my boots.
I mean, it's the middle of nowhere, Russia.
We wouldn't have found their ship
Because we're looking at the wrong year.
So, sure, that's what we were all thinking, and so a bunch of other people must have thought it, but the people who normally be figuring this stuff out were busy with time travel existing, and also sending thousands of people to their deaths and riots, and don't underestimate the power of parents trying to save their kids. So I guess the lesson is, put kids in danger? Okay, I'm still workshopping this one.
It would have to be from the Millennium Eruption.
The Millennium Eruption. What the hell is that?
Oh, now you want to hear Martin talk about volcanoes. Too little, too late, jabronis. Yeah, that's right, I brought back jabronis. Y'all earned it. No regrets. Kid is in his element.
I love this kid.
This guy gets it.
They didn't wait it out. They thawed out.
I don't...
Wait, what? Is permafrost?
Oh no, this seems bad.
I need your help. I'll get my coat.
I can't stay mad at Daddy JK. But see, even deadbeat muscle dad is willing to risk his life for his kid.
Might as well be looking for an ice cube.
They really paint a picture of why finding this alien ship buried 1,000 feet beneath the ice in Russia would be nearly impossible.
I mean, I hate to agree with Conspiracy Santa.
Charlie just calmly decimating James. He's got his new best friend Dan's back.
Those aren't white spikes.
I'm not saying there should be a sequel, although there totally should be, but if there was, just let Ridley Scott tell me about these dudes. I'll watch it. Are they using...
No, after what Ridley did with Alien destroying his own franchise that he created, no. Because that's what made the Xenomorphs very interesting and scary, was that we didn't know what happened. We didn't know much about them. All we knew is that they were scary, and if one of the things came in with a host, a face hugger came in with the host, came face to face with the host, and like put the alien the inside, and it's just like, holy shit, you now got this man-eating alien. You got to get the hell out of there. And Ridley Scott ruined it. He ruined it. Uh, it's like, the xenomorphs were actually created because Android wanted a better understanding of human life, but found out that even the humans were just like acting worthless, and it's so hard to explain. Ugh, I gotta get my mind off of Alien Covenant.
Using them as batteries? Chris McKay, tell me you want to direct a horror movie without telling me you want to direct a horror movie. Oh man, I just realized they never even tested it. Right after they got the 007 100% Bond, ha! Queenie here called for backup.
I got this. No one's hiding today. Whoops. Uh-oh.
Charlie to the rescue. Sam Richardson makes this movie. Well, that explains that. That's a lot of white spikes.
I'm gonna die my way!
Another double self-sacrifice. A shot plucked right from an action movie I would have rented from Blockbuster with some Twizzlers in the 90s. In other words, perfection. And obviously a callback for Dorian fulfilling his desire to not let the cancer win.
I'll be dead in 6 months. Cancer. And I'm gonna die the way I want to.
Surprise, dumbass.
Anti-Stormtrooper aim. Yes. This is why action movies exist. He just hit an alien with a snowmobile. Where are my Twizzlers? Father and son teamwork that mirrors the father-daughter teamwork from Deep Swell 9. Who knew all he needed to connect was to kill something together? Really makes you think. Hey, knew that Desert Eagle would come in handy.
Hold on, my mom's calling me. I have to pause the reaction. Yeah, I'm wearing shorts and this long shirt that small size. I'm actually trying to lose weight, and these are the only types of shirts that fit me. And the news is on. I forgot, and it's so yeah. It's actually my lunchtime now. I'm gonna try and finish this as fast as possible.
Desert Eagle 50 cal. It's cool.
Brutal. Every fight scene in this film ratchets it up a notch from the last one. Clever girl. What was I saying about Blockbuster? He's fistfighting a white spike. This movie should be president. Yeah, I've seen this.
I'm gonna say it. This movie should be. Movies were president. Probably this one could be. Be better than Biden or, God forbid, inviting Trump back.
Game before. I'll always be wondering if she's actually dead. Oh, she's dead. She is for sure dead.
Did you tell it to die?
J.K. Simmons is always a win.
Let's just take a little break.
I really like that they never try to make Charlie anything more than he truly is, and they still gave him a little redemption arc. Ah, see, he's different. Not knocking over the trash can, he's bringing it in. Hope for the future. Hugging. I'm about to say what I think most people thought when they saw The Tomorrow War. That was fun. Or maybe that's just what you thought you'd say based on the trailers and then realized the movie actually took itself quite a bit more seriously than you expected. But after all is said and done, that's still where I'm left with it. They purposely don't spend much time talking about the time travel mechanics. It's really just a framework for a buddy cop/war drama. If I had a critique, it would be to either keep Charlie around during the second act slowdown with Miri to keep Dan and Charlie's relationship going, to keep the comedy up, but that would undoubtedly undercut some of the emotions, so maybe just cut that story thread entirely? I don't know, I like what they did anyway. I'm a sucker for a parent-child story, especially when a future child softens her dad's heart.
Dogs are always barking. Hold on a second. He said I was gonna finish this quickly, and they stopped. Thank God.
I'd rather not dive into my one other issue, which is Dan's arc, where he wasn't a special enough boy to stay with his family because it feels shoehorned in for extra conflict and doesn't really align with the rest of a character who went to the one man he hated most in the world to see if he'd help him be a draft dodger to stay with his family when he was already a soldier, with likely some strong feelings about duty and going AWOL. And if we're being honest, the ending is actually probably really dark because he said all along.
I know for a fact I would never leave you.
And while he left on the original timeline because he didn't
do something special with my life.
IRL, there's no way that's the real reason, and just because he saved the world doesn't mean anything else has changed if he's actually the type of person to leave his wife and daughter. But like I said, I don't think he actually is, and I'd rather not dive into that. Whoops. I don't have much
Overall, I liked most of the stuff in this movie.
else to say that I haven't already said. The monsters were gross and scary, Chris Pratt shines in these hybrid comedic dramatic roles. Neither he nor Sam Richardson outshines the other so much as they work really well together. I'll always love J.K. Simmons, even if I think his character should be on some kind of watch list for insurrections. Fun is where I'm leaving it. Next week, another new one, maybe a two-parter, but maybe not, I'm not sure.
Let's just take a little break.
Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm calling it. Damn it. Sorry, the video. Damn it. What the hell? Well, the internet's connected. I just don't know what the hell's going on. Alright. Anything other than 12 Monkeys rules. Oh, 158 wins overall.
Father and daughter doing science together, saving the world and rebuilding their relationship. Father and daughter doing science Father and daughter doing science together, saving the world and rebuilding their relationship.
Alright. Sorry, had a stupid goddamn ad. The VPN really just wants to kick my ass these days. I don't know. My mom asking me a question. Yeah, that was a pretty good video. I'm glad to see CinemaWins at least briefly back. So yeah, I'm gonna have to type it. Yeah. I'm glad to see him back. I don't think he'll be back, but it's like you said, like I'm always saying, like these CinemaWins videos are very hard to do to the part where it's like you gotta overanalyze some stuff. And like I know CinemaSins does the same thing, but it's like they do it just to be funny. They're trying to be funny, and I think they don't try to take themselves too seriously. The only problem is it's like as the videos went on, it's like, but I've really got nothing left to add. I actually heard though for Tomorrow War, they've considered doing a sequel to it, and I don't really think this needs a sequel. But let's see. The Tomorrow War. All right, let's see. Um, oh, so a sequel is in development. Let's see. Deadline reported Skydance Productions and Amazon were in talks with the sequel with director Chris McKay, screenwriter Zach Dean, and stars Chris Pratt, Yvonne Strahovski, all returning. They do a sequel to this. I totally check it out. Actually, I want to see what the Rotten Tomatoes. Because here's the thing, I don't really give a shit about Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes is like, yeah, we really don't know a damn thing about movies. We just the thing is, Rotten Tomatoes really just counts up reviews, but I don't know. I am curious though to see where this landed. 78. All right, yeah, that's generally so. Ultimately, I will say nothing too innovative, nothing that'll stand the test of time, but a pretty fun movie. And I'd see Chris McKay direct another live action film. I'd totally be down for it. I think I was mostly hyped for this movie just because I always want to see, like I said, I always want to see what happens when a director who's mostly done animated films and films in animation just do live action, kind of like Andrew Adamson. After he directed the first two Shrek films, he went on to direct the first two Narnia films, and then same thing with I think Rob Minkoff. Actually, after he co-directed The Lion King, he went on to direct the two Stuart Little films. And Brad Bird, after doing Iron Giant, Incredibles, Ratatouille, went on to do Mission Impossible 4, which was my favorite one in the series up until Fallout. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Leave a link to the original video down below, as well as a link to CinemaWins. 1.87 million. So he's almost near the 2 million. I hope he does reach the 2 million subscriber mark. I hope he gets more likes. I hope he gets more subscribers than CinemaSins. That's just me, though. I just kind of prefer optimism better, because in a day and age where it's like everything is so pessimistic and negative, this is refreshing for me. And it's always fun to see something positive rather than something negative. Because I'll say this, I've tried doing movie reviews, and I like to talk about films, but I like to talk about them in small sentences. I like to talk about them with friends. And I personally, I like watching movies more than reviewing movies. Even if the movie is like, I don't want to talk about that movie because they didn't like it, I just don't feel like I'm in the area where it's like I'm trying to go for film criticism, but it's something I don't think I'm entirely good at. It's like, yeah, there's like some of that, but it's like everything that is certainly said about a movie has already been said. So I feel like I just don't add to anything. But that was a sad way to end the video, but I'll leave everything in the... Alright. Take care, everybody.